What's up, y'all? We are on another episode of Gems with Jewels. I am your girl, amber.jewelz. And today's topic, I just want to talk about basically how, because of how society is evolving, because of AI, the presence of AI, the evolution of AI, things are changing, things are shifting, jobs are becoming more scarce and scarce. It has hit home for several people. Like the people who it has already affected, I'm pretty sure they feel it, but I think it's more where that came from. And with that being said, I think a lot of people are gonna have to learn how to think outside the box and get creative with how they make their living, and hopefully try to do it in a legal, non-violent manner. But yeah, and I'm just thinking, like, first of all, the evolution of AI, the advancement of AI has basically like people aren't smart as they used to be because of AI, for lack of a better term. Just to get straight to the point, like the more technology evolves, it's like the more humans regress. Like a lot of people are like losing their critical thinking skills because robots basically do that for them. So like when you're in a situation and you're like, the answer can be like right in front of you, but because your critical thinking skills have been like diluted, or just haven't been used. And it's like, it's kind of like a muscle. Like your brain is like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. So if you stop using that critical thinking muscle, is gonna get weak, and it's gonna kind of dumb you down. And you don't want to be dumbed down, especially as an adult, when you got to be responsible for your own everything. Like you want to be as smart as you can be, so that, and creative and logical, the holy trinity, so you can like make moves and hopefully be successful. So but I think that's where it's headed, and I would suggest people, like, I understand everybody can't be an entrepreneur, everybody can't be a millionaire or multi-millionaire, I get it, but I think everybody can kind of strive for comfortability, being able to comfortably pay for your essentials, your overhead, without stressing on how you gonna get your next meal type shit. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's not gonna make it, unfortunately. I hate to say it like that, but it's true. And but yeah, like, just think about, like, I hate to speak it into the, because words are powerful, but just imagine, hypothetically speaking, if your job was to cut you off right now, what would you do? How would you go about trying to make a living for yourself? Like the legal way. I ain't talking about robbing or stealing or nothing like that. Like, I'm talking like, what is a skill? What is a talent that you have where you can flip and make a profit out of? What is it? How can you make yourself valuable to society to then flip it and monetize it and capitalize it? You don't have to necessarily get rich, but you can like get enough where you can like, my bad, y'all, make a way of living for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I just think, people need to start kind of thinking like that. If you have a job, hold on to your job, try to get another job, or develop a side hustle. Like, don't stay to just one income. Like, I think that time has passed. Like, that time has came and left. Like, it's not among us anymore. I think one job, one source of income, one is not enough anymore. Not in today's age and time. Like, you need a good job and a nice side hustle to live comfortably, or two good jobs, or like one thriving side hustle, like however you got to do it. But like, start looking to how you can like get passive income, get multiple pots on a burner cooking at one time, so you can like have things going. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't just depending on one source. You know what I'm saying? Because just like, y'all remember when like TikTok was like about to go away? It was basically threatened, like it wasn't gonna be a thing anymore, potentially. And y'all remember how people was losing their minds because it was a lot of people that was using TikTok. That was their prominent source of income. So when that was threatened to be taken away, a lot of people was just like, oh my God, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you can't just depend on just one source of income, whether it's through content creation, a job, a side hustle, whatever. Like, try to get multiple things going. And hell, that's advice to myself too. I ain't just talking to y'all, I'm talking to me too. Like, I ain't saying don't wear yourself out, because you're only one person. You only have 24 hours in a day, so you can only do so much. But, you know, do what you can. Like, try to, you know, have multiple things going. You know what I'm saying? But try to get creative, because I'm telling you, like, just think about it. Just really genuinely, intentionally think about that. What would you do to make a living for yourself if your job was to pull the rug from under you? Unfortunately, hypothetically speaking, because God forbid that happens to you, me, or anybody else that's still employed. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that got laid off, may God be with you. I hope you land on your feet. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, people need to start thinking like that. Get more creative. Get more creative with how, like, just really think, like, what do you have? Like, outside of punching the clock, if it was just you just had to just rely on what you can do, whether it's through physical labor or intellect or both. What are you certified in? What is your skill set? What are you familiar with? You ain't got to be an expert. What? And what can you use? Like, just start intentionally think about that. And if you can't come up with nothing, then that may be a wake-up call for you to, like, maybe take a course, take a class, go to school, or go be somebody's unpaid intern for a little while and learn some shit. Like, start speaking up for yourself. Go walk up on people respectfully and professionally and non-threateningly to people's establishment and just ask. You know, be hungry. You know what I'm saying? People respect that. People respect ambition and taking initiative to make something out of yourself. I'm telling you, people really respect that shit. Everybody might not say yes to what you want, but for the most part, people can respect that. So just really, like, you know, this is not the time to be sitting on your ass. This is not the time. You have to think. Get creative. Get creative. Bring logic with you, but get creative. Stop relying on the government. Stop relying on your 9 to 5. Well, rely on your 9 to 5. Keep going to your job, but just sometimes think, what if my 9 to 5 treat me like how they did Craig on Friday? You know what I'm saying? Like, just woke up and ain't have a job no more type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, God forbid. But I'm just saying, what would you do? You got to get creative. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You know. Ain't nobody trying to be homeless. Ain't nobody trying to live on the streets. Ain't nobody trying to move back in with their folks. You know, I ain't knocking people who do, but, you know, if you're an adult, I think it's honest to say the preferred way is having your own space. You know, if people want to have their own shit, people want to be as comfortable as they can. People definitely want to be able to pay for their essentials without having to, like, rob Peter to pay Paul. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, get your shit together. I done said all that to say that. Get your shit together. Get creative and just start thinking about that. Start thinking about that. What are you talented in? What are you good at? Whether it's through your bare hands and feet, whether you can lift some shit and help move some shit around, or you got knowledge on something that you can bring to the table. Like, you know, like, just really start thinking about that. And like I said, if you can't come up with nothing after you really start brainstorming and you can't come up with nothing, like I said, there may be a wake-up call to go start getting skills and certifications. I'm telling you, I just have a feeling it's about to get a little wicked out here. I'm just saying, like, I hate to say it, but you got to be real, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to get caught behind the learning curve. You don't want to get caught, like, left behind type shit. You don't want to get caught being pushed to the wayside, because quote-unquote losers in society don't get sympathy. People treat other people, most people treat people that aren't doing well like trash, like shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. It's not right, but it's real. Like, people celebrate winners and they kind of isolate losers. And I'm not trying to call anybody a loser, because I'm not saying anybody is better than anybody, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all understand that's real. Like, come on now. Yeah. Society is much nicer to people who got it like that and is succeeding in life versus somebody who ain't got shit. So you want to be a winner, not a loser. So do what you got to do. Put on your bootstraps or whatever they be saying and start making moves. Start making moves. They ain't even got to come to fruition right now, yeah, but at least get the ball rolling at something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like, start getting creative and logical, but for real creative. Start thinking for yourself. Start thinking, because there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be messed up out here. They already snatching government assistance, and I'm not an expert, but I'm hearing other people complaining now about like food stamps and government assistance being like watered down or revoked, and it like a lot of people are about to be affected. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, if you want to keep your head above water, if not more, yeah, start thinking, and thinking hard, and thinking on your feet. Yeah, that's my advice to everybody and me. Yeah, Gems with Jewels. Like, comment, subscribe, and get the mental muscles working. Like, start thinking hard, start thinking outside the box, start thinking about what you have to offer. And yeah. We out.